Good day, everybody. So, New World dropped probably the biggest update they've done in the alpha to this date. And we're going to be going over pretty much the general. We're going to save the combat imbalances for the next video because there's a lot to go over and I want to go over it not necessarily fully in detail, but we all know I ramble, and I'm going to give you my thoughts as I read through this, and I read through it with you. Well, of course, I'll leave the link in the description below. So if you want to go through it yourselves, you can. If I miss over something, you can go over it there, because I will probably skip over some stuff just to get through some of it. So, what we got here that we're going to be going over are the new region, the UI changes, the enemies, the loot, and the crafting. The crafting changes are going to be interesting to look at. So, first of all, the new enemies we got. We got musketeers, heavies, warriors. Are these like going to be like the tanks? These are going to be like bruisers? Spear captains, I'm assuming they're going to be like maybe elites? Maybe? Summoners. I don't think I've fought summoners in the game before. Maidens, as well as tigers and corrupted tigers. I'm interested to see what the corrupted tigers will look like, because I like tigers. If they do elite ones and they make them Bengal corrupted elite tigers, Bengal corrupted tigers, that'd be pretty. I'd like to see it. We have the new region here. This looks like the spear captain. Maybe. I mean, it has a spear. I mean, that's also a spear. That might be the summoner, though. These the warriors? I'm assuming the warriors may be the people who have two-handed. So these might be the heavies. I'm just going to say that these are probably going to be the heavies. And of course, the new region looks so pretty. It has that dark fungal. I'd like a dark fungus, I believe. I'm going to set up here. I'll let you guys read over this part up here. But it is a level 55 zone that to reach your location. You're left to west of Brightwood. I remember Brightwood. I fought an elite ghost in Brightwood that just wrecked me. And then I came back a little later and I was good to go to fight it. Anyways, moving on. New expansion. General. So, I'm gonna glance over that because I want to get to the. We'll go over the quests real quick. This just gives you a description about some of the bosses, which I'll just let you guys go over. It doesn't give too much. It also, there's one that gives information about the new PvP. Oh yeah, right here. New PvP, but it's going to be added in the next one, so it's not too much information on PvP just yet, but the new armor, I'll let you guys read through these. It just tells you the locations, what it does, but this armor is not, they said it's not going to impact the economy too much. But it has a set bonus. Let me see if I can find that set bonus. No. Requires. What does it say? I'm just gonna be skimming through it. Anyways, so it has a set bonus. I wonder if they're gonna be implementing more sets throughout the game. Cause that would be. This is like a quest set. Well, obviously it's a quest set. It's armor quests. You have the weapons quests, which is going to be nice. It's like the starter gear at level 60 until you get your crafting up, or you get your friends to get their crafting up, and you use them for their crafting and stuff like that. You know how that goes. But it's nice to see that they're adding more to the quests. You can spit it out. Progression. They decreased XP required to level up from level 8 to 60 by 10%. Now, I know that's not necessarily a big percentage, but it adds up. You'll level up quicker, and you'll feel it for everybody who did play. Because 10% at level like 50 that's quite a bit. It's a big number to take 10% away from. But they also reduce the XP you get from faction PvP missions by 5% to 18%. A little bit decrease there. I don't want to level up too fast anyways. I just want to enjoy the game when I finally get my hands on it. Players killing weaker creatures, so you'll get reduced XP to killing weaker enemies. Now, where was it? There was one enemy still gain armor buff. It's pretty much just one. So, I think this is hilarious. If you're fighting an enemy that's 10 levels above you, it will just right out kill you. I think that's hilarious. So you can't get like a big group of your friends just to go out and kill really higher end mobs to level up quicker. They'll just kill you. I think that is hilarious. I really do. I think that's great. I think they implemented that last time, no? Pretty sure I read this before. Maybe they took it out? I remember reading this. I just can't remember. Anyways, loot and gear. Light armor, heavy armor. So, where's the crafting? The crafting, they did a lot for. So, gold, or silver is now required from gold. Throw in here, I'm jumping around, I'm sorry. Stat bonuses, they're adding new resources to gather to to use for crafting. Let's just go in order. Let's try to. I have a hard time going in order though. Other than me getting excited and rambling. Update the rates. Update drop rates from a range of gathering resources. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going as I was going. I'm gonna throw myself off. Anyways, crafting is getting quite a big drop of stuff. Like, you no longer can salvage the higher tier essences down to lower ones. You can only fuse up the lower tier essences to the higher tier ones, right? So that's going to be a little interesting. So you have to go farm the lower tier stuff to get the higher tier stuff, which they're doing with the gold and silver. It takes silver to make gold now. As well, see if I can find added a stat crafting modifier. Yeah, this one right here. So you can go out, get specific stuff that drops from mobs, crates, gathering, to add to your gear to get the attributes you want. Strength, dex, intel, focus, things like that. And they also stated that using a higher tier resource on a lower tier item will not yield a better chance to get a higher percentage. If you know what I mean. There's the salvage. We just talked about that. Crafting table. tune health recovery from food. So food is also getting some changes. Like oh, it's right here, fishing. So they added more fishing stuff. Armor, you'll get more. Gathering is now affected more by the luck stat from food. So food is definitely be something you want to bring out if you're going out to gather. And armor. So you're going to want to wear a specific armor set as you gather. So you can't just run around like we did in the preview with just your plate armor or your light armor, your cloth, and just gather. So I mean, you can, but to be more efficient, you're going to want to wear like miner's armor, the fishing armor that they just added, and stuff like that. Eat your foods, get your armor, go out and craft, go out and gather. That's something you're gonna have to keep in mind when you go out. Like it's gonna be nice for people who really love to gather, because I like to gather, so I'll probably keep depending on which one I go for when I talk to my group of friends, what they want me to do, what I want to do for gathering and crafting, what I'm gonna focus on. I may end up going herbalism for alchemy and cloth again. That's kind of like the bag maker and the potion maker in the group that we had. But I'm liking the crafting changes that they're adding. Definitely so. The quest armor and weapons, these are all locations if you want to read through these yourselves. Again, the link will be in the description below. The progression is nice. I still love this. The diminishing return, I mean, it's to be expected, to be honest. Add additional named items as well. Almost missed over that. That's gonna be nice. And for level 10, quest rewards, clear armor, weapons. No, I already read that. Adjust drop location of large chests. Between 2 to gear. Oh, see, this is nice. I missed this one. That's gonna be good for lower tier stuff, unless that's gonna affect the higher ones as well, like dungeon chests and stuff like that. You're gonna be seeing a lot more loot in the near future. In other words, is like the big thing to take away from up here. More loot, more attributes is good. But you gotta remember, there's that fine line of just the game just throwing loot at you. Just throwing loot at you. Because if you can get armor that's just as good as the armor you can craft, it's that fine line, you know. You don't want crafting to be too high, or the loot you get is just awful. You don't want the crafting loot to fall behind of the loot that you gather. But I would say raiding and dungeon crawling are a little different. That's usually the end game, but with the crafting in New World, interested to see how that goes, because again, you can craft those special legendary and named items with certain recipes that you can find and certain resources you can find in a world. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. UI changes. UI looks a lot cleaner. I've seen people drop their gear because now it's a lot easier to click and drag. You won't accidentally as easily drop your items. I've seen people get their stuff stolen because they accidentally clicked and dragged and wanted to put it over here, but they dropped it. Man, the preview days, I remember those. People just dropping loot in the city. There was so much loot just everywhere. It was kind of bad. But this is a lot cleaner. I definitely like the way the UI is looking. A lot more so. The crafting looks a lot better as well. We don't have any of those pictures, but they saw it in the last information dump that they dropped. But yeah. The loot, the crafting, the progression. Interested to see what they do more for the PvP. With that whole 2020 endgame PvP mode. So is that going to be a new mode? Like a brand new mode, or is that mode kind of getting meshed with the already existing siege battle? Clyde thinks it's going to be its own, so I guess it's going to be 2 different game modes like that. Okay, that works. Yeah? Is that what you think, Clyde? Alright. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If I missed anything that you guys want to talk about, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. More than happy to talk more about this there. I will be going over combat because there's a whole lot of changes to go over in combat. That's why I'm not doing it in one video. As you see, I'm still scrolling. They reworked every single weapon skill, and I'm looking forward to going over them. Especially sword and shield. Especially the sword and shield. So, next video will be combat, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, everybody. Until I see you next.